What's up, you guys? Welcome to my channel. This is Angel Advice with Alaysia, and I'm your girl Alaysia. Today's reading is a past life reading. I wanted to challenge myself because I've never done readings like this, but I've watched many past life readings. So yeah, we're gonna get straight into it. I'm gonna pick a card for you guys, and then that will be the card you use to select your group. And then I'll put some timestamps in my description, and there you go. I'll see you in your group. Okay, let's see. I'm saying I'll see you in your group like you could have picked them right then, right there. And I didn't even shuffle the card. Not shuffled, I didn't even pull the cards yet. Okay, past life reading. Who is my group number one? Tell me about group number one. Past life reading here. Past life reading. That's two at a time. I would like one at a time, please. One at a time. Who were they in a past life? Group number one, past life. Who was group number one in a past life? The Two of Cups. Tell me about group number two in a past life. Group number two. Tell me about group number two in their past life. And you got the Five of Pentacles, which actually already came out. So that's interesting. On the deck, the Three of Pentacles. So I feel like you guys had, in your past life, work was really important. When is it not? But you might have had a very important job, or you might have like created something or worked with somebody, and it was like really important. That's what I felt the need to say when I saw the Three of Pentacles. So boom. Okay, let's get into it. If you picked group number one, that is the Two of Pentacles, or not the Two of Pentacles, why did I say that? Two Cups. And then if you pick group number two, that is the Five of Pentacles. And I'm gonna switch them because I always feel like they're backwards. This is pile one and this is pile two. I don't know. But let's get into it, my pile ones. Let's see. I'm gonna use this Rider Tarot deck. I think it's called like the Rider Waite. It's like a traditional depiction of tarot, and I just wanted to switch it up today, so I'm gonna use this one. The Two of Cups, please, Spirit, tell me about the Two of Cups, or tell me more about pile number one. Who were they in their past life? So the first card's gonna be who were you. The second card is gonna be like the biggest lesson that you learned and the lesson that you best learned, because I think that'll be your strength in this life. And then your any karmic cycles, any unfinished business, like any karmic cycles that you're like wrapping up in this lifetime. I'm trying to see what that is. Okay, Spirit, tell me about my group number one, the Queen of Cups. I feel like you were like very like wanted in this past life, like, or you could have just had a lot of friends in the past life because you have the Two of Cups. I feel like you constantly were connecting with people in this past life. It's like, that sounds really like plain. But you might have been a medium, some of you guys. You also might have been a psychic with the Queen of Cups. You were somebody that people sought out for advice. You were also like just this very like mothering type energy, like kids who didn't have anywhere to go would come to your house and you were like their mom. That's so sweet. Or people, it's like your home was open to everybody. Like people who didn't have anywhere to go, they came to your house. Eight of Cups. I don't know, like what? I feel like that's kind of like, I don't know, because I was saying people who didn't have anywhere to go. And then you have the Eight of Cups, walking away, leaving. So the biggest lesson that you learned in your past life was how to walk away from your emotional attachments. You learned how to put yourself first. And maybe that was something that you struggled with a lot because so many people came to you in this past life and they wanted your help and they wanted your advice and they wanted you to take care of them, but you had to take care of yourself. Yeah, it looks like you really mastered just like connecting with people in your last life. Because you're like, it's giving me like, even though I'm connected to this person, I could still walk away from it because I have to do me. And I literally saw the Emperor at the bottom of the deck when I was talking earlier about the Eight of Cups and like just having to do shit for yourself. And the King of Wands just flipped over. I haven't used these cards in a while, you guys. Like I said, I was trying to switch it up. But now that I'm using them, they're acting all weird. I'm gonna like consider these. It's the Emperor and the Death card, literally. And I literally talked about the Emperor, like how I saw it. So I feel like it's important to show that it came out again. But it's like literally this new you was born. This like person who does for them and does not care, like not does not care, but for the most part, yeah, does not care. Like, because I feel like you spent a lot of time caring for other people in your past life. So at some point you had to learn the lesson that you needed to care for yourself first. And I feel like I said, a new you was born. Like now I'm hearing like the Powerpuff Girls song. And just like how it was saying like 3 beautiful girls were born. Okay, tell me more. What is their unfinished business? What karmic cycle are they facing in this life? What unfinished business do they have here? What unfinished business is there? What's the unfinished business? Unfinished business, Spirit. What's the unfinished business? The Knight of Cups. I feel like because you did so much for other people in the last lifetime, the unfinished business is literally just doing for yourself in this this lifetime. The energy is being selfish, bro. Like holding on to everything that you have, you know? Yes, literally the underneath that is the 9 of Cups, which is after the 8 of Cups. Like in this lifetime, it's all about what is my dream? What is your dream? And holding on to that thing so freaking tight that nobody could take it from you. But word of caution, you have to be able to let your dreams go so that they can actually like flourish and manifest. Like if you hold them so tight, you know, like they'll never come true because you're just holding on to them too tight. I'm getting the feeling that in your past life, your dream didn't come true. Because I'm just what I'm seeing here at the bottom of the deck. But I just think it's because you never committed to it all the way. You never committed to yourself all the way. You kept like being like, oh no, it's fine. I'll do this for this person. And so many times you did that. And it got to the point where like, you didn't do anything for yourself. Like it's like you never got to doing something for yourself. Not never, or it took you a while, because I see that that's one of the biggest lessons you learned. The 4 of Pentacles, bro. I feel like in the past life, people were very connected to you with the 4 of Pentacles. Like they were just so like in your grill, in your business. Like they just didn't want you to let them go. Like people wanted to come to your house and never leave. That was the problem. Like if you had kids, I don't think your kids ever wanted to leave. I also, with this 4 of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, I'm getting that you were closed off. Like in a past life, it's like you have this super big heart, but you didn't just go around telling the whole neighborhood, like, you can come stay in my house. Everybody eats for free here. It's like people that you connected with, people that you loved with that 2 of Cups, you told them. You opened up to them. And we're like, yep. But I think, like to everybody on the street, like you were just like this average person. Like you're like, everyone's like, oh yeah, so-and-so is nice. They're nice. But that's all they could say about you. It's like they didn't know anything about you. You're very mysterious. You were very mysterious in your past life. That's for sure. You kept a lot of things to yourself with that 4 of Pentacles. Like you weren't walking around telling everybody, oh yeah, I helped Linda and Susie and Billy and Bobby. No. But if Linda and Susie and Bobby and Tina want to tell other people what you did for them, that's their business. But I ain't gonna cap to you. I don't think they was telling nobody because they wanted you all to their self. Like people were very selfish over you in your past life. And your gifts, psychic gifts for some of you guys. The Page of Wands. And the 3 of Cups, or the 3 of Pentacles with the Knight of Cups. Yeah, there was some important work I feel like you held yourself back from in past life. And in this life, you're getting to that. You're getting to it. You're doing it. That's the unfinished business. Is like, I never did the job that I really wanted to do. I feel like you just felt like a mother and a caretaker, and that took up a majority of your life that you didn't really get to follow your own dreams and work as whatever it is that you wanted to. Yeah, the Six of Swords, like, it looks like you really wanted to move away. Like, you were waiting for this opportunity. Like, you really wanted to move away and work. Like, I just feel like I'm seeing all the caretakers possible. Little kids, old, elderly people, just like that granny or that grandpa, like, who holds the fort down. Like, they've been living in this house for generations and everybody just comes back to this house. I mean, all those vibes. So you could have been like any of those people, like type of people in your past life. Okay, let's get a closing message here. Closing message. Which ones do I want to start with? Let's get a closing message here about the past life for pile number 1, Spirit. What's a closing message about the past life for pile number 1? Just give me anything and everything you want to give me. What was their past life like? Tell me about their past life, Spirit. What are the closing messages you have? Tell me about their past life here. Tell me about their past life. The Ace of Pentacles. Tell me about their past life here, Spirit. Tell me about their past life. You were building something. You were building some sort of business, or somebody had given you something so that you could build a business. And for some of you guys, like I said, like, you had a lot of people who wanted to like be with you, like you had a lot of suitors. So for some of you guys, this could be representing that somebody proposed to you. Ace of Pentacles, it could have, you know, they could have given you expensive jewelry or money. Dang, I hate when that happens. It'd be annoying, irritating. Like, why you do that? Okay, Spirit, tell me more about their past life. Tell me about the past life. Tell me about pile number 1's past life. What was it like, Spirit? What was it like? Tell me about their past life. Tell me about their past life, Spirit. What was it like? What was their past life like? I don't know if y'all peeped, but I wore my Coco shirt to like give me in the vibes, you know, of the afterlife and shit. Yeah. And I think it's helping. I feel in the zone. Okay, tell me about their past life, Spirit. Tell me about their past life. Tell me about their past life, Spirit. Tell me about their past life. What was it like for my pile number 1? The Devil. Yeah, people were attached. There's that attachment energy again. Ace of Pentacles. The Devil. It just got super physical. So I think that you guys had a lot of stuff. Like I was talking about the grandparents who've been living in that house for generations. And it might not have been physical possessions like a house. It might have been like money. Like, it seems like maybe that's why you were so like on the low, but that's why you helped everybody out, because you really had it like that, but you didn't want everybody to know you had it like that. Like, it's just giving me, like, now it's giving me one of them movies with a, like, freaking Crazy Rich Asians, where that boy acted like he wasn't rich and went and fell in love because he wanted to fall in love, not somebody falling in love with him for his money. For some of it, this is the Hermit. This is another earth sign. Yo, I don't know what you had in your past life, but some of y'all had money. Like, some of y'all was London Tipton in your past life, okay? Like, somebody owned something big. They owned some type of company. They might have started it when you were young. Like, this person might have been your parent, and then you inherited all that stuff. Because this is all earth placements, and earth is money. Earth is physical possessions. Like, it could have been a house. It could have been a real big house, because this is a lot of earth. But I will say that I think that you were pretty attached to physical possessions in your past life because of all this earth coming out. And I think you were learning how to detach yourself from it. Yeah, it's just giving life revolved around money. I feel like anything you started, you had to see it through with all these pentacles, with all this earth sign energy. I feel like it was very hard for you. And yeah, That makes sense. The devil, it's like it was very hard for you to let go of things that you were emotionally attached to because you loved them. Even if you knew that it was draining you, even if you knew it was codependent, even if you knew it was toxic. So you might be really good at that in this lifetime, letting go of people or places or situations that just don't serve you with the Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, because you did so much of it in your last lifetime. And even the Hermit, it's like you have become so much more focused on yourself. I also feel like you were like, after people contacted you, got in contact with you, after you helped people, they went on to prosper like financially. Like it's like you were just what they needed, like just what the doctor ordered to spark something up. I don't even know, spark. It wasn't spark, it was planting a seed. Like you planted a seed for them to like do something, or to do them, most likely. You just told them to do what you should have done, which is follow your heart, follow your dreams, and then they would do it. And then it would end up going well for them. But some of them ended up picking up other problems. Like money could cause other problems, like, you know, drug addiction or just work addiction, like workaholic. Some of you guys could have been workaholics with the devil here as well. And just all this earth energy in general. I think you were a workaholic, but you weren't doing what really fulfilled you, I don't think. Like it made you happy to help other people the way you were helping them, but I feel like you had a bigger idea on how to do more. I feel like you wanted to do more. Get the Five of Pentacles with the Six of Swords and the Page of Wands. Here's a spark, I said. Page of Wands with the Six of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, you just wanted to get away. You wanted to move away from wherever you were at, but I think that you were just so rooted there with all this earth. Like you had so many physical possessions or people holding you there that you could not leave. Like everybody was acting like they was gonna die if you left them there. What am I gonna clarify with? So literally we saw the Six of Swords twice. Okay, Spirit, let me get some clarification here on this Ace of Pentacles. Tell me about the past life of my group number 1, the Empress. What did I say? Yo, y'all had money. Are you freaking serious? Yeah, some of y'all with some, yeah, I said Atlantic tip of, yeah, Paris Hilton, heiresses. Some of y'all with some heiresses. Like, what? Ace of Pentacles, the Empress? But you were also like a mani manifester. That's what I'm getting. You were a mani manifester. You could manifest whatever you wanted in a past life. This is the Eight of Cups again, and it's in the same spot as the first time we saw it. But instead of coming out at the top, it came out as the bottom as a clarifying card. Literally, it was so hard. Oh, this is not funny, but in your past life, honey, you were struggling to let people go. But I think in this one, you got that down packed. Like, this one, you're not playing. You're not playing with nobody. Oh, I feel like you did move, though. That's the weird thing. Is some of you guys, eventually you moved, but some of you guys, you couldn't because you had so much there. You had so much physically there. But I think some of you guys moved when you were, like, old. Like, and it was kind of like literally, because literally look at this Hermit. Some of y'all moved when you were old and it felt like it was like almost too late to chase your dream. Or it you know, it just had like the dream had lost its shimmer by then. Like by the time you got to do it, you weren't even excited anymore, because when you imagined doing it, you didn't imagine doing it at an older age. You imagined doing it when you imagined doing it, which was at that young age that you first had the idea. And we saw those 2 pages. Like, yeah, you were young. Like, when you there was something that you imagined to do and you didn't do it until you got older. The Three of Wands. Yeah, I do see for some of you in your past life, probably most of you guys, you did end up leaving. But with all that earth energy, it's hard for me to say that you did, but it was a really big lesson that you learned. So like, I would say that like maybe for a majority of you guys you did, but some people, they stayed because they were just really connected to like their physical possessions and the people. I'm hearing like future generations. So I feel like for some of you guys, like in your past life, you kind of sacrificed your own happiness for future generations. You thought that, you know, staying was going to help other people who came after you, so you stayed. But yeah, I just see for a lot of you guys that you walk, like eventually you did walk away. You were manifesting something and you walked away when you realized that the people and places, the things that were holding you back, that, you know, wasn't healthy and it was keeping you from growing. And you knew that in your future you wanted to grow, and the only way for you to grow was for you to move on, for you to move forward. But before moving forward, you reflected. And I think some people, that's why I have like this energy of some people left and some people didn't, because I think that some people reflected and they were like, yes, leaving is my destiny, that's what I'm supposed to do. Other people reflected and they're like, no, it's my destiny to stay here and build for future generations, so they stayed. Bottom of the deck, you have strength, and I feel like that perfectly goes with that message that I was getting. Like some of these people chose to do what they had to do, not what they wanted to do, and they felt like what they had to do was stay. The Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Cups. Yeah, because the Page of Cups is giving me the next generation. That's a kid. It's a baby. They knew that somebody would benefit from it one day, that it would be worth it with the Wheel of Fortune. And for some of you guys, it's like you guys were very spiritual in your past life, so you felt like that wasn't the only life you were gonna live, and that you were gonna get another chance to do it again, where you would do it again. Because this is giving me like, this is like a cycle. Like this gives me a big karmic cycle. And then this is just a spirituality card. Both of them, the Strength card and the Page of Cups. So yeah, I feel like your spirit felt like, or you just knew that you were gonna have another chance, so you didn't trip, like for those of you who did stay. But okay, y'all, we closing this thing out. I got a couple more cards for y'all, like 2-3 cards. Yeah, I have 3 more cards for y'all, and that'll end this reading. Let me know how you felt about it, what you thought, if it was interesting, whatever. I am challenging myself with this topic. So if you didn't like it, you could also just say you didn't like it. That's fair. You know, maybe I won't ever do it again. But I felt like I just didn't have any ideas. And I was like, past life readings are always good. I enjoy them. But yeah, some of y'all could have been Taurus, Capricorns, Virgos in your past life, or you could be a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo watching this right now, because I have all those vibes very, very heavy here. Okay, Spirit, let me get a closing message. Tell me about group number 1 in their past life. Tell me about group 1 in their past life. No! Is this man with a heart? Yo. Didn't I say y'all had suitors? But some of them might have just been trying to marry you for your money. But the Empress is here, and the Emperor is always looking for the Empress. And we did like kind of see the Emperor earlier. So yeah, there might have been somebody like who was on your level who was trying to get with you, but I think there was more people who weren't trying to get with you, with the man holding a heart coming out. But I just think you were a heartthrob. Like, people adored you, people really loved you. I think that mystery drew them in and made them like you even more. And then the bottom of the deck, you have 26, which is hostiles, which means I think you had a lot of haters. Like, there was just people who just didn't like you. And like I said, that would totally make sense if you were an Aries, or if you were just somebody who inherited hella money. Like, of course there's gonna be people who just don't like you. Like, that's just what it seems to be when you got money. Eat the rich, they say. And this was a man dealing with family, love, or emotions. And this guy gives me King of Cups. So yeah, I feel like in your past life, you really were unfazed, like so seen by everything. Like, people didn't really, like, you had great emotional intelligence, you had great discernment, and you didn't wear your heart on your sleeve. Like, people really didn't know how you felt until you told them. But also too, like, just that King and Queen of Cups, like, such similar energy. It's like you just were like, it's like you're just like the heart of the family. I don't know, like you're just are the heart of the town. Some of you guys are the heart of the town, the heart of the family in a past life. And I did want to look at 26. Let me see what Hostiles says. But I just looked at it means you had a lot of haters. Because 26 breaks down to 8. 45 breaks down to 9. So you have 8 and 9. I feel like your haters looked up to you with that 8 and 9. But, ooh, my neck is locked up, y'all. Yeah, and this basically means, or this card is basically just talking about like how this guy has their defenses up because people are coming for him. So yeah, I feel like you had a lot of haters. I feel like that's why you were, and like I talked about that earlier, like you were closed off. You didn't tell everybody everything. That's why the King of Cups basically is here saying like, I didn't wear my heart on my sleeve, because there was people who were trying to, you know, hate, possibly even, you know, harm you, and you weren't with that. So you was always ready to go. Like, I feel like you had a very quick tongue. Like, people are like, da-da-da-da, and then it says your name, and you said, what'd you say? Like, they thought you wasn't gonna say nothing. You know, like, people might talk about you right, you know, right when you're in the room, because they think you won't say nothing, or because they didn't see you. You'll walk right up to them and be like, and what did you say? And what? Because you're like, your defenses are up, your guard is up. You're like, bro, don't talk about me. Keep my name out your mouth, okay? What it will say, keep my name out your mouth. That was seriously, I think, one of the funniest moments, honestly. Like, I don't want to say in history, because there has to be funnier things that happen, but wow, that was such a moment. One of the funniest pop culture moments, I'll say that. Okay, Spirit, let me get a final energy here, or 2 final energies, 1 Moonology, and then we're gonna do 1 goddess for you guys, and that will be it, the African goddesses. Okay, Spirit, what were they like in their past life? What was number 1 like, group number 1's past life like? The full moon in Scorpio, breathe through the tension. And 45 breaks down to 9. I don't know if I really explained that, but 9 is about perspective. So I feel like you had just such a different perspective than everybody there. I think that, like, in your, not everybody, but a lot of people in your time, I think you just saw things and perceived things very differently. You have the King and Queen of Cups, basically, that's how they showed themselves to me, presenting themselves, which means you would have been very intuitive, and not everybody is very intuitive, so they don't pick up and see all these same things that you saw, which completely changed the environment. And then that intuitiveness is coming out again with the Scorpio energy, which is why I'm bringing that back up. And then you have first quarter moon in Gemini, speak your world into being. And I literally said you guys were insane manifestors, and there's butterflies on this card. You guys were constantly changing and transforming. I don't know if it was your physical looks, or if it was just the way you moved, or it was the people that you surrounded yourself with were just changing all the time. You were a really good communicator with that Gemini energy. There's Libra energy underneath that says make time for self-love. I think that you were just very, you know, loving with the people who knew, like people who were close to you. Very loving, free-minded, talkative. Like you were just sharing all your different perspectives with people you cared about. But it's like you were a masker, like with the Scorpio energy. Like when you went outside, you acted like it's like you're really like a 9, but you come outside on like a 2, because you don't even want people to know you're a 9 for real. I am gonna look at the book real fast. I don't know why I'm feeling real look-see today with my books. Full moon in Scorpio. Oh, this first thing, strong sexual energy. And I said you had suitors. Yeah, people thought you was fine. People wanted to have your baby, okay? I didn't even see this. I completely missed it. I don't know if I definitely mentioned it, but with the Empress coming out, I don't know if I touched on it again. But the Ace of Pentacles with the Empress, yeah, some of y'all were wives. Some of you guys were for surely married, but some of you guys might have been in codependent relationships, and that's what you wanted to leave. But it was too hard for some of you guys. Some of you guys stayed. That's what it was. Like for some of you guys in your past life, it wasn't like a house that you were stuck to. It was a person. It was a partner. But they were holding you back, unfortunately. Because this is about like sensuality too. Like your sensuality, like connecting with your creative energy and how that can make, you know, beautiful things. So, yeah, I see that gave a lot more than it needed to give. Breathe through the tension, but basically it just told me like some of you guys had like issues, like I don't want to say issues, but basically like it's like a codependence, like a toxic relationship with sex. Like it just was an unhealthy relationship with that. So it could, some of you guys, it was like, it's like it was distracting you. This person could have been using it to distract you from following your dreams. Like you really wanted to go and do stuff, but this person would just kind of hypnotize you. Y'all know, hypnotize you with that. Keep you away from that. That's really interesting because that's what that gave me. That page was all about like sensual energy and mixing the two, but also finding balance. So some of you guys, you were just trying to find the balance. Those of you who left, you were like, yeah, this is not balanced. Like this person's overdoing it with the connection and I need space. And finally, we're gonna end with our goddesses. And I would do that. Oh boy. Come on now. Okay, Spirit, what was their past life like for group number 1? What was the past life like for group number 1? Tell me about past life for group 1. Past life for group number 1. For some of you guys, I felt like love was blinding and it like took over for some of y'all and just made you really like, you were just really so loyal to this person that you kind of like abandoned yourself a little bit, lost yourself a little bit. But some of y'all came out of it. Some of y'all, you know, were like, nah, this is better. I like it here, it's fine. I'm comfortable here, I'll say that. You were very comfortable with whoever you were with, or in whatever situation you were in whatever home you were in. So it was like, I'm not gonna leave because I'm just so comfortable here. Then you have celestial alignment number 41, which breaks down to 5, which is all about changes, which is really interesting with that, the different moonology cards that we saw. On the deck, joy. Some of you guys definitely became mothers in your past life with the Empress here, and now joy. I didn't say it when I saw the Empress, but yeah. And it's like some of you guys like created a business yourself, I feel like, with the Ace of Pentacles and the Empress. Like you definitely saw some sort of business through, but it could have turned you into a workaholic, and it was like, okay, I'm doing too much work and I don't take a break. And then 16 breaks down to 7, divine timing. I feel like you were exactly where you needed to be in the last life though. Aren't we always? But yeah, that's what this gives me. Celestial alignment with the joy. Let's see if there's any keywords. But yeah, I feel like in your past life, you were just very connected to spirit, very one with spirit, very good at manifesting because you were so close to your spirit team. She's so beautiful. I feel like she's like albino looking. Or she looks albino, and I love that so much. Like, we need representation for everyone, duh. And it says, your natural path is to be in alignment with your own divinity. No one can take that from you. No one can take from you what they didn't give to you. How do you want to feel? You think about You think often about what you want, but Goddess energy speaks to us in feelings. Celestial alignment is being in sync with the energies, feelings, the frequency of the sacred. Everything that you desire is in that frequency. Match it with your feelings. That is the energy of God. I am always being guided in the right direction. Yeah, and I talked about how you guys are crazy manifestors, and I feel like it was because of this connection. I think I already said that. But yeah, that's all I can really say about that card. As I feel like you guys manifested the crap out of some stuff, like, in your past life. But okay, y'all. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Please leave me a comment, leave me a like, and share this video with somebody who you think might also enjoy it as well. I love you guys so much, and I hope that this video finds you well. Bye. What is up, group number 2? What the going on, y'all? I really wish that they would let us cuss on here. I know I be cussing in and out, but y'all be hearing me filter myself because I'm trying to be professional. Professional. Anywho, let's get into it. Who is you in a past life? Let's start with your first card. You got the 5 of Pentacles. Oh, in your past life, honey. I feel like you was going through it a little bit with the 5 of Pentacles, but it's like you might have been going through it, but it's like you came out on the other side. You came out on top because the 5 of Pentacles is going to the 6 of Pentacles, and 6 of Pentacles is peace, balance, love, all that jazz, right? So I feel like it might have been a rough road. It might have been real cold. You might have been a lonely person in your past life. You might not have had a lot of people for at one point, but I think that you found your people eventually, like I said, because they're heading into the 6 of Pentacles, and that is reciprocation, love, harmony, peace, balance, and all that good stuff. There's always something trying to steal my shot. I swear. I swear. Let's see. No, don't like it. I try to brighten it. We gonna relax with this lighting here. Okay, Spirit, tell me about the past life of my group number 2. Who were they? Who was group number 2? Who was my group number 2? Bear with me, you guys. Bear with me, okay? First past life reading. Who was my group number 1? Who was they? Who was they? I want it to come out. It's like flipping over and all this weird stuff. Also, I don't use these cards very often. I haven't used them in some time, but I just want to pull them out today to do something different. Okay, let me see. Who was group number 1 in their past life, Spirit? Who was group number 1 in their past life? Who was group number 1 in their past life? I want to say you was stubborn because this card is not coming out. Whoever you was in your past life, you was stubborn. You got the 8 of Swords. And I want to say that means that you were an anxious person. That was like the first thing that wanted to come out of my mouth when I saw the 8 of Swords. Give me more, Spirit. Give me more. What was the biggest lesson that they learned in their past life? What was the biggest lesson that they learned? What was the biggest lesson that they learned? The 7 of Wands. Ooh, I like that. The biggest lesson you learned was to protect yourself, to stand up for yourself, to fight for yourself. It's interesting though, like for the 8 of Swords, I don't really know. Like I was expecting a face card, so I gotta sit with that one a little bit. But like I said, it's just giving me like you're an anxious person or you're a person who had a lot of things to do. The King of Wands. And this is about, this last card placement is any unfinished business, like any karmic cycles that you're gonna be dealing with, I feel like, in this lifetime. Bottom of the deck, you have Judgment. So in this lifetime, some karmic cycles that are ending or that you're working through are about asserting yourself and asserting your dominance and being very creative and being a leader in the places that you feel creative in. I feel like there's not much more to say with that. It's about following your calling with the Judgment card. I feel like it's about being unapologetically yourself, because the Judgment card does give me this like reconciliation energy, but at the same time, like I just felt it as being unapologetically yourself, following your calling and not caring who is upset with it, knowing that your angels support you and that this is what you've been called to do, so you're gonna do it no matter what. The 3 of Cups, and then underneath that you have the Hierophant. Yeah, it feels like you literally, it's like you talk to your spirit team. Like, this is giving me spirit team. Or it could just be because the Hierophant is like a spiritual guru in my eyes. So this could be you being a spiritual guru, and then it leading you to some sort of success, it leading you to some sort of calling. I see that you were a person who really spoke their mind. You spoke your truth. You could have been, like I said, a spiritual guru, but like not, that's just like my quick word for it. Like, this could also represent a mother figure or a father figure. Like, I'm hearing you're always right. Like, you know, you could have been a mom or a dad who, like, your kids felt like you were always right. You could have told your kids to follow their passions, follow their dreams, and they really like loved and respected you for that. But the Hierophant's also about the throat chakra, so that's why I'm talking about, like, you speaking. You could have been a public speaker in your past life as well. This is so random. I feel like you could have been an MC in your past life, some of you guys. Because I'm thinking of like a person who's talking at a party. It's very interesting energy. Let's continue to dig in. Let's see. Tell me about my group number 2. Tell me about their past life. Tell me about group number 2's past life. Tell me about group number 2's past life. I just want to give you guys some more glow, but it is not, I don't like it. Okay, tell me about group number 2's past life. Tell me about their past life. Tell me about their past life. Tell me about the past life for my group number 2. The 7 of Swords. I think in your past life you were an overthinker. I think in your past life you dealt with imposter syndrome with the 7 of Swords. That is the card that reminds me of that. I connected to that because I connected to like deceiving ourselves. Okay, tell me more. I think you were kind of closed-minded in order to the Devil. In order to protect yourself from something. You thought you were protecting yourself from something. But really, I think that you might have been blocking your blessings, even though that's weird to say because the Devil came out. But the Devil is not, you know, it's not bad. Like, it's just the name of the card. And the Devil is about, and you got the Queen of Cups. The Devil is about addiction. It's about our guilty pleasures. It's about doing stuff that you want to do because you want to do it. And sometimes when you want to do something because you want to do it, you do it in excess, when then it becomes an addiction. But it's not always that. The Devil's also Capricorn energy, so I do see that the lesson that you learned in a past life was to protect your money. That's something that I see. It also could have just been to protect your physical assets in general. But this also could have been some of you guys being very just like secretive about like addictions, like whether that's shopaholic, workaholic, alcoholic, weedaholic, anybodyaholic. Like I said, doing anything in excess too much. And for some of you guys, this is about literally codependent relationships as well. The big lesson that you learned in your past life is to protect yourself from codependency, protect yourself from toxicity, protect yourself from just overindulging in things. Like even with the eight of Swords, 8, it represents an abundance. It's like you have an abundance of thoughts. Like it's too much. I'm overthinking, you know. You could have even, you know, learned to protect yourself from overthinking. And then for your karmic cycles in this life that you're working on, I just see extreme intuitiveness and extreme like impulsivity almost. Excusez-moi. Because you have the King of Wands and the Queen of Cups. It's like, I feel like you have this, in this life, you're meant to go after and go get and put yourself out in the world more, represent yourself more in the world. And confirmation of that, you literally have the sun at the bottom of the deck. And to me, the sun represents the ego, and the ego is all about how we present ourselves in the physical world. So yeah, I feel like it's all about showing up in the physical world, but showing up in a very like mystical, mysterious, for some of you guys, intuitive, like just psychic way with the Queen of Cups. Or just truly just showing so much passion. That's what I see when I see the fire in the water. It's just so much passion. Like I'm thinking of like a boiling pot, like just boiling hot water. Hold on, y'all. I had to remind myself what the third card placement was, and it is cycles that you're breaking. So yeah, I think that in this life, the cycles that you're breaking with the King of Wands and the Queen of Cups is that you are just learning, like I said, to show up and be more creative. Show out your creativity. It's not like it's just like in a bold way. That's what I want to say. Then you have the sun at the bottom of the deck, which I already mentioned, but like I feel like this is a perfect example of showing up. Like everybody can see you. You're the center of attention. You're glowing. King of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. You could have been any of those signs in your past life. And look at that, the High Priestess. And I kept saying spiritual guru. And this is the person I really like. I consider them both spiritual gurus, but like she is more like, I would call her a spiritual guru versus the other person. They could be so many different things. Like they could just be a traditionally religious person. So that's like not necessarily a guru, I would say. And I talked about you speaking your truth too, like with the throat chakra with the Hierophant, and here's the King of Swords. Like, yeah, you were somebody who like stood up for what they believed in. That's what I'm getting here. But it's like interesting, this High Priestess with the King of Swords, I feel like it's like you were just like this keeper of knowledge almost. I don't know if you ever brought clarity to it. So that's what it seems like is happening in this life. Like you're bringing clarity to it. You're bringing light to it, because in the past, it might've just stayed in the dark. You might've just kept it in your head because you were overthinking what people would think about it. If they would kick you out and make you leave, if you said something about magic or something like, and now in this life, you're like, oh yeah, I have all the tea, all the secrets, all the spiritual knowledge, and it's time to bring the light to this. It's time to give everybody this clarity, show them this truth, open their eyes, like show them this different perspective with the High Priestess and the King of Swords. Which ones am I gonna use next? I want these ones. Okay, let's get a closing message here. Closing messages about the past life. What was your past life like? I wanted to jump out. Okay, tell me about the past life here, Spirit. Tell me about the past life for my group number 2. I feel like you guys moved a lot with the 5 of Pentacles. Like it's giving nomad. 10 of Pentacles. Wow. As I say that. You either had a lot of money or big family or both. And it's like I said, after the 5 of Pentacles, once you leave, you get to the 6 of Pentacles. Like it literally only goes up from there. Like this is the worst place you could be in, is the 5 of Pentacles. But it only gets better after you leave. The Star. Wow. What? Y'all dream came true in y'all past life. Like, y'all got what you wanted. You wanted to be rich. You wanted to have a family. Both. You wanted to have generational wealth. You got that in a past life. What in the world? Why are these cards doing all that? I think the family or the money or both helped you heal a lot. Because I feel like you, in that nomadic practice that you were doing for some time, it just felt like honestly, the Five of Pentacles is it's just a change in financial situation that's uncomfortable. So it's like, you could have just been, financially uncomfortable. You could have been broke. You went from, it's giving, from rags to riches right here. Because I started off saying, some of y'all was really going through it. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm getting here. Okay. In your past life, some of you guys were very connected with animals here. Because it's in the Ten of Pentacles, we have everybody. The animals, the family, the old people, the young people, everybody's represented there. I feel like you guys were, once you left the Five of Pentacles and you entered that space of harmony and peace, you just got connected to so many different people. Oh, and here's the Four of Swords again. It already tried to come out, so I'm gonna take it this time because I said I wanted it to jump and they made it jump. I feel like after you went through this hardship, your life got so peaceful. It's you had everything you needed. You were just chilling. You were healing yourself. You rested a lot more than you used to because, like I said, you started off in this nomad energy. You were always on the move. The Queen of Cups, or the Queen of Pentacles, you learned your worth. That's something I'm getting. The Page of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles. You worked really hard on something, and then people were looking for that something. They liked it. They liked whatever you worked on. They talked about it. It was the talk of the town. And then you started selling it, and then you became the Queen of Pentacles. I think you were worried about starting this business at first, but yeah, it was only a matter of time before you started it, and your spirit team had your back all the way. The star clarified by the devil. I mean, it's not clarified, but the way I'm looking at it right now, it looks like the star clarified by the devil. It's wow. Crazy. It just looks crazy. But like I said, the devil ain't bad. The devil ain't bad. Because he's not going to get you when you got your spirit team on your back. Okay, where is my cards? Okay, let me clarify this closing message, and then I'll get you guys your 3 oracles, and that'll be it for this reading, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. Okay, 10 of Pentacles, Spirit, clarify. Give me some closing messages. Yeah, I think you guys weren't it's like you became family oriented. You created your own family. You created this legacy that you had always dreamed of. Because you left lack mindset, because you left just people, places, and situations who had that. Even though it might have took you a long time, I think when you got out of it, it's I'm hearing, will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up. It's when you got away from that, you realized who you really were, and that it was capable for you to create anything that you wanted. Okay, Spirit, tell me about their past life. Tell me about the past life of my group number 2. I'm just really staring at the 7 of Wands with the Devil card. Some of you guys, it was about this big lesson you learned. It was about your relationship with money. It was a money addiction. It was you were overly into your finances, and you were just very, very protective over them, overthinking them even where they made you it just wasn't healthy. It just you were just so concerned about it. It wasn't healthy. And that's why it was I feel that's why you started off with the 5 of Pentacles, because you had to detach from money in order to understand that it could flow so much easier to you if you were to do that. Sorry, I keep looking at the camera like this. I'm changing the lighting because it's bothering me. I'm literally hearing you reap what you sow tenfold, because I was looking at the 5 to the 10 and a 10 just fell out. 10 of Cups. You reap what you sow tenfold. I just freaking said that. It's the 10 of Pentacles clarifying the 10 of Cups. I'm not gonna play with y'all right now. You went from a 5 to a 10. Like, throughout your lifetime, your your worth doubled. Your I don't know. I'm gonna use, oopsie, battery dying. That's not good. Ignore. Trying to think of a freaking comparison. Like when people be like, oh, this celebrity is worth this much. Your net worth. Yeah, your net worth doubled. The moon, Cancer energy with the star. It's like you had hope, you had faith, it's like you were just so creative. Like there's no way that you couldn't make it. Like you just had so much potential. I did hear power. So for some of you guys, it was an addiction to power in your past life that you had to get over, that you had to fight. And just about going with the flow too. With this 10 of Cups, the moon, and the 6 of Swords. This is about going with the flow. And that makes sense because you started with the 8 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. Like, there's a lot of swords here. So in your past life, like I said, you were an overthinker. You just thought about things way too hard. To the point where, like, I think it stressed you out. And it just made you unproductive. And it also, like, it was like negative self-talk. Like, you made yourself feel small. And that was not necessary. And it's like once you got out of that, once you stopped doing that, you were able to grow way bigger. So, and I heard faster too. In your past life, I think you were really happy. Y'all for surely had a family. For surely had a family in your past life. I think that you guys had a really good relationship too in your past life with the star and the moon. I don't know why. It's just giving me really good vibes. Aquarius energy and Cancer energy. Oh, in your past life, you it's like there's something here. I feel like you had a spiritual awakening, or you got saved or something with that star and the moon. It's like your faith grew immensely. Like when I see the star, I think of how you only have to have a mustard seed of faith in God in order for your dreams to come true, in order for whatever you want, whatever prayer it is for you to come true. So yeah, I'm seeing that you had that mustard seed and that it panned out. You knew it was going to come. You felt it was going to come. You trusted it. You let it go. Eventually, you let it go. And then you got everything you ever wanted. Like I said, you reap what you sow ×2. Tenfold. Okay, let's clarify the 4 of Swords, Spirit. Oh, I did. The 6 of Swords. I feel like in your past life, when you did rest, that's when, like in your sleep, that's when you got a lot of like visions to leave. Or like in your dreams, you traveled a lot. Like there was some type of spiritual travel going on in your dreams. I think you were actually going to the spirit world in your dreams. And that could have been like how you did it. That could have been how you manifested all this stuff to life, because you were going to the 5D in your sleep. The 5D is where we go in our sleep. So you were like doing some big things in your dreams, and then you physically manifested those things from your dreams into reality. That's what I got with the 4 of Swords and the 4 of Swords and the 6 of Swords. I also see that you got over stuff by just going to sleep. Like it's like you woke up very much brand new, very much refreshed. You have the 9 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, and that's not what I was talking about. Like I said, you had a mustard seed of faith in something, and it came through. And now we've seen the 10 of Pentacles, the 9 and the 9 of Pentacles, and we saw the 8 of Pentacles get flashed. Like I said, you worked on something, and then everybody wanted it. I don't know what, it was this deck, yeah. You worked on something, and then everybody wanted it, and you started selling it. And then as you did that, it like made you realize your own worth as well. You're like, wow, I made something, and everybody loves it. Everybody wants it. Everybody wants to buy it. And that made you have value in yourself, because it made you realize that you were like giving out this A1 information. Okay. And bottom of the deck, like I said all that to come back to the 9 of Pentacles. Like you had some sort of business. The 8 of Pentacles is right here. Yeah, with the Ace of Cups. With the Ace of Cups. You had a download. You had a vision, baby. And then they gave you a business idea. You followed it, and that shit panned all the way out. You saw it in your dream and you didn't question it. Justice, baby. Good karma came from the decision that you made. And it was something you loved. You did it out of love. You were like, yeah, this is great. This is fitting. This feels like me. I'm just being me, but on this piece of paper. Like, yes. Oh my God, I love that for you. Bottom of the deck, you have fearless love. And this is the person that they use on the cover. And I feel like that's significant. Like, it's giving cover girl. It's just giving. Like, we want to know what she knows. Was that all the cards I wanted to get? Okay, y'all, I'm gonna get my 3 oracles and hope my battery doesn't die. Okay, y'all, let me get the 3 oracles. Tell me about the past life for group number 1. I feel like you were very unique with the star. Like I said, very family oriented with the 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups. You were very happy. Like, you were loved. Like, you might not have started off loved. Your childhood might have been rough and lonely. And that's what I was feeling with that 5 of Pentacles. I don't know why. I felt like that was a childhood card, which I wasn't intending for it to be, but I guess that's what it came out as. Yeah, but you were just a very unique individual. You were very different from everybody else, but you were also very inspiring. Like, people were literally inspired by your faith. Like, they were inspired by how many things you ended up doing. And literally, this is on the ground, and I wanted to, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, gonna just put it away and not say anything about it. But it's like they were surprised. It's like they were inspired by everything that you did because you had been through so much. Like, that's what that 9 of Wands just told me. Like, look at this person's hands. Like, they have been through so much. How did you possibly succeed? And this is a 9 right before the what? The 10. Like, that would have been 10, 10, 10. Like, come on. And then the card that came out for you was number 12, which breaks down to 3, which is the 7 Sisters, creativity. And like I said, like this idea that you had, it was genius. And it wasn't like it was one idea. Like I said, every time you went to sleep, it's like you went to the 5D and you were creating stuff. And there it is, creativity, the 7 Sisters. Okay. You were like so creative that people thought you were multiple people. Like, they're like, there's no way this one person could be this abundant with ideas. But it's like, baby, through the power of God, I can do anything. It's not me, it's God. He's just showing out right now. 52, Goddess of the Moon, period. And that's the second time, y'all. That's the cover. What? What does that even mean? I don't even know what it means, but it means something, okay? It's giving, like, I'm hearing poster child. Like, poster child. I don't know why, though, because I swear poster child is like the person, like, you look up to them and you want to be like them. But it's like, I think it's like, yeah. I don't know. It's giving a little rags to riches. So, yeah, maybe use the poster child. Like, people are like, this is how you go from rags to riches. I want to be like such and such. I want to do like such and such. Bottom of the deck, broken heart. What even came out? Jesus, I'm so caught up. Oh, Goddess of the Moon. And then bottom of the deck here, you had number 18, the moon, which is the moon in tarot, but this one is called Mask in this deck. And I feel like, yeah, it's like you were very mysterious. People wanted to know who you really were, but I think you only took your mask off for certain people, or you took it off at certain times when you felt called to. Because the woman is naked, so it's like, what mask? Like, I'm very much being who I am unapologetically. But it's like, yeah, that broken heart. It's like, you wasn't always like that. You wasn't, like I said, it's a rags to riches story. So like, it wasn't always like everything was good. Your heart was full and you were with like the best of people. Like I said, you started with the 5 of Pentacles and you headed into the good people, but it's like you started with the bad, not the bad, but like just the lack mindset, the not so good people, the people who were not helping you. So I feel like there's just something there. And I literally brought up the 9 of Wands too. And I feel like this is just confirming what I said with the 9 of Wands. Like, there is pain here, but right underneath that is a person who is healing and a woman who is healing and a woman who is elevating, son. But it's like, we could tell that you went through it though. We could tell you been through some pain in your life. And 18 divided by 9 is 2. Like, it's divisible by 9. Just the fact that they're divisible by each other is interesting. And I have 9, 18, and 12. And I'm pretty sure those are numbers. Yeah, they're all divisible by 3. 3, 3, 3. Yeah, and that makes sense. Like, there's something here about your spiritual connection. Like, your spiritual connection is very potent that in your past life. That is something that needs to be said. Very potent, very strong. You were very connected to your intuition. So that's what the goddess of the moon is all about. Like, she's basically the moon card. But her number breaks down to 7, which is all about divine intervention and divine timing. It's like you just manifested until what you saw in your dreams was right in front of you. You saw it before it was ever there. And that's why you left those situations of lack. Like, I'm hearing like, why are you leaving? Where are you going? It's cold out there. And you're like, bruh, there's got to be someplace better than this. I don't give a damn if it's cold out there. It's gotta be somewhere I'm going that's better than this, honey. Better than this, child. And this is not cutting it. This is not cutting the check. Not cutting the check. Okay, Spirit. What was the energy? Give me the energy. What was their past life like? What was their past life like, Spirit? What was their past life like? Oh, boy. I know it's a Pisces card, but it's the same Pisces card. This Pisces card was at the bottom of the deck when I took it out, and I almost showed it to y'all. Then I was like, nah. So yeah, and I almost showed it to you because it just connects so well with all the intuitive energy that I'm talking about, like the moon. And we saw the High Priestess. The High Priestess is Pisces energy. And then you have forgive. And I feel like in your past life, you were excellent at forgiving people, because it's like you could kind of intuitively tell why people were doing the stuff that they were doing, why they were moving the way that they were moving. You could just feel it. And I feel like in order for you to like get through and leave certain spaces, you had to forgive those people. You had to forgive some people and forgive yourself as well for like my people pleasers out there who like, yeah, you know, I don't want to leave, you know, because those people that you left, they could have been family too. Because I was getting the vibe that you guys started your own family. So yeah, it could have been family too that you left. And you're like, well, they'll forgive me. And I forgive them for wanting me to stay here where I'm not happy. And again, just all that intuitive High Priestess energy. Like you and your spirit team are locked in. Y'all was locked in. Y'all was making magic in your past life. So I'm here, I'm gonna show you something. Bottom of the deck, you have last quarter moon in Virgo, attend to the details. Yeah, water to earth. I made it physical. Both of these are feminine elements though, which is really interesting. But it's like it went from being in my imagination, a dream, to being real because I attended to the details. I didn't just manifest it and think about it and dream about it. I still made moves in my everyday life in order to make it happen. And like I said, I feel like a spiritual awakening, a saving happening because it's like there was an over addiction or over connection to physical things. So that might be why you ended up in the 5 of Pentacles, because you were just, and I probably said that earlier, but you were just too attached to shit. So it's like you had to keep getting into these situations where you couldn't be attached to stuff. You had to fight that attachment or addiction for some. Okay. And this one, I'm pretty sure it just talks about, because I feel like I'm jipping y'all to not read the cards out the book, because I did it for the other people, the other group. Honestly, I don't need to read this. Like, I know I don't. Maybe not that one, because that one, I got it. Like I said, it's about how creative are you and how creative you allow yourself to be. And I think at some point you blocked your creativity, but what was blocking it was those physical possessions. And once you got out of that, once you got through that, you were solid, you were straight. You got very detached. And then this one, the goddess of the moon says, intuition going within. It shows an external spirit holding the bright reflective moon and standing in front of the crystal clear waters of a sparkling waterfall. Her arms stretched up, receiving the light of the moon, the light of inspiration. This card is all about intuition, the ability to receive insights from your soul's point of view. Getting this card tells you that you have the power to get intuitive information on all types of issues, and now is the time to use it. She brings you all sorts of information from the mundane to the spectacular. For instance, you get the urge to take a different route from work and find out later that you avoided a 3-hour traffic jam. This could also indicate a significant blossoming of psychic ability, mediumship, even on a professional level. So you guys could have been psychics or mediums as well. I think like there's just this really huge shift in your life where you started embracing your spirituality, and then it made really huge shifts in your life. Like having faith made really huge shifts in your life because like you were so connected to like working hard and breaking your back in order to have the things that you wanted. Like you would die on that hill of working a 9 to 5, that when you and then when you were forced with the 5 of Pentacles to shift into these different energies that had less comfortable finances, or that felt uncomfortable, like felt cold physically, and emotionally, like just not comfortable, like you had to stop caring so much. You had to detach yourself from that money. And then you found your faith. Like I said, you got saved. And then that just changed everything. It's like nothing was out of reach after that ever again. That's what you made yourself realize by embracing it. Or by even not embracing it, but just going through the 5 of Pentacles. You saw that you came out on the other side. You got to see that. But that's everything I have for you guys. I don't want my battery to die with me opening up another book. So I feel like I really captured what I needed to capture. 1, 2, 3. Yep, within this reading. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Please like it, comment on it, and share it with somebody else who you think might enjoy hearing a little bit about their past life. I love you guys so much. I hope this video finds you well, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.